Okay, look at that great introduction, right? Sodomites. Single stack 8+1. These are 8+1, kind of a single stack, but I digress in there. You got the extendos, which is really just a cuffed off version of the HK45, which came out later on. So the full size HK45s will fit in the compact USP, but not the full size. Full size magazines. Now this is a 10 rounder. I have some 12 rounders coming. This is what it came with. I digress though, so you can see the difference in width. So having this, well, the only benefit of having these in 10 rounders is the 12 rounders will last forever because really they could have held 13 or 14 rounds. But 8 chose to hold a little less ammo, but to let the springs last long enough, being fully compressed like Glock, being all the way down the bottom. So in 10 rounds, you can leave this loaded for about 100 years. It's never going to wear out. So this is about longevity with the USP. What do you think? We got full-size grip, about a 4-inch slide, 3.9. Kind of similar here, a little smaller grip, but the extension here. So you kind of make up the difference here. But this definitely feels better in the hand. It's definitely, well, yeah, right there. Just so you can measure the thickness of a gun. Go like this. Where does that line up? Right there. Thumb to about the second line past the knuckle. Now let's see here. There you go. This grip is thinner than here. That's all you gotta do is you measure. Make this right there. It doesn't even get to that knuckle. It's about right there, right? Now let's go right here. Look at that. So the circumference with this thin grip, this wrap around, but this also is a straight line magazine, where this is not exactly a single. It's a single stack, but it's like almost like a staggered single stack, if that makes any sense. Because why do they do this? 8 rounds. Why is this so thick for 8 rounds? It's semi-staggered. But I fit 8 rounds in a package. USP 220 enemies. Both hammer fired, both double action, single action. You're going to carry generally with the hammer down. This doesn't turn off. This only decocks. This turns off if you want. You carry like that, and if it's cocked, you can turn it off, or really turn it off. What do you think? What do you think? Here we go. It spreads the load, no diddy. Here we go, 3 rounds. SIG on the left, HK on the right. Well, I got a very tight grouping with this. There's a short snappiness to it, but it's very pleasurable to shoot. However, though, I'm shooting a little bit, and that's just my point of aim. It's the first time me shooting this gun right here. I've 20s before, but not this one. These sights, SIG factory night guns, and they still work. This was made 2016. I did clean it. I did lubricate it. Grouping's very tight. Now let's go with the HK. Made 1997, baby. 1997. All right, baby. Here we go. Both groupings are solid. Tightest grouping with the SIG but all in the bullseye with the HK. Okay, here we have the 3-shot through one hole and right there with the SIG. Very tight grouping, but I'm a little high, and that's just used to the way that guy points and shoots. First time shooting that. The HK, I've shot that one. We're in the red, 2 right here, and one little high. That was the second shot. It was first shot, second shot, third shot. So you be the judge. Let's do it again. We're going to bring down the SIG, the point of aim. We're going to adjust for that now. Now I know exactly where it prints the points. I didn't warm up. I just went cold. So cold on the SIG is very accurate. I just have to hold it with probably more of a 6 o'clock hold, whereas the HK was more on sight. These are non-night sights. These are night sights, factory. These things are still glowing from 2016. That's solid. Here at about just 3.5 miles. Average distance in the house. Carjacking. What's going on now? And then we'll push him out to 5 yards after this. We got 5 rounds in here. Here we go. All the red with the HK, very accurate. Very nice shooting gun. Very nice shooting gun. Let's go with the SIG. We're going to adjust the hold now. We have very tight groupings, but we need to adjust for the hold. Using Winchester 230 grain hardball. Adjusting that hold now. We adjusted it and we're dead on. We adjusted the hold and we're dead on. Right. I like the way they both shoot. It feels like there's a slightly more snap muzzle rise with this, but this feel like there's more pushback in the hand, and the vibration when you shoot this doesn't happen the full size. When you shoot this, you can feel a little rattle in the magazine, especially as you get towards the last round. It's just a feel, since it's a polymer gun and it's hollow here. But both feel very controllable. Both are very accurate. Let's check. Okay, the HK, which we shot several times, very comfortable with. We're tearing it up. We only had 1 shot in the first round. Second time, bingo. We adjusted the hold. First shot, second shot, third shot. I had 2 go here, and the rest back there. So both very accurate. Overall, which grouping's tighter? You know, obviously. This was the first time shooting this gun, and now I have the hold here. We're going to keep it like that. So I'm very happy with all of them. They're all reliable, shooting fantastic. What do I want to do now? I want to keep on shooting. Now we're still shooting this Winchester. We pushed it out to 5 yards now. And go 5 rounds here as I slide around. So, loading the HK magazine. All right. They shoot dead that line up sights. Very accurate with the HK. I'll tell you what, these duty guns in kind of like a compact 45, they're not small, but they're not the full-size version. You definitely get a little more excitement, a little more impulse. And both are shooting fantastic. How about that now? Well, overall, I'm very happy. This is pushing out now to 15 feet, 5 yards. Clearly the SIG were going a little high, but I got it down more here. And the HK, as we pushed it out, were a little low. So you'll be the judge. That's the point of aim, where the guns want to print. Somewhere going back and forth with different designs. It'd be a lot easier for me to stick with one design in a review and just not go back and forth. But it's kind of like a three-way. It's kind of exciting. 220. I mean, this is very tight groupings. And one here, I mean, yeah, nice. So I think the overall has a tighter group. Shot placement right now are more in the bullseye because I'm used to the way the gun prints. Which one do I like better as far as how they shoot? In this size, I'd have to go with the SIG. The SIG feeling is shooting, and that might come down to being a steel frame, aluminum frame, and with that thinner grip, thinner full-size grip. Whereas this is more compact grip. And this is not the same. This is not just a cut-off version of the full size. This is a thinner grip, period, compared to the 45. It's a different dimension, and even a different trigger guard. Which is the stronger made gun? It's the USP though. The parts on this, it's beefier. It's beefier. I'm gonna commit a sin right now. Sorry about that. If you're strictly worried about long-term parts durability, the USP is the way to go. The SIG has a nicer trigger. Now this is stock. You could upgrade HKs, put length and tactical stuff, nicer trigger, etc. But anyways, I digress. Both are fantastic firearms. Both high quality, top shelf. I only buy and trade used at the gun stores, so you can find stuff, really good deals. You buy new, you could pay a pretty penny. You could pay a lot, over $1,000 for each, or brand new, depending on the configuration, etc. All right, let's have some fun now. Hold that one. Hold that one. Better. No. Yes. That was a shitty round. There we go. Hold that one. Shut the fuck up. Well, there you have it. We had a great time. The way it shoots, the SIG is the winner. The experience on the 220, but it makes sense. It's more of a traditional pistol. The fit and finish, very durable gun, more durable, more reliable than a 1911. But this has a complete balance, I think, of still have some old world concepts, but be more durable than 1911, and then DASA. Well, this was when the USP came out. It was like, well, fuck everything. Let's make it where the components, the way designed, is the strongest possible. The guide rod system, the barrel made out of cannon grade steel, and everything combined. This is the stronger gun. Never parts are not going to wear out compared to this, and you wouldn't have to clean or lubricate this as much or at all if you wanted to. Really, just punch the bore. If you had no lubrication and you're in a shitty environment, you can still trust this. You want to keep these rails lubricated. Now, it's no big deal. You get a little bottle of lubrication, 2 drops on the rails, you're going to be all right. You'll be all right for a couple hundred rounds. How many ops you got? What do you get? 400 rounds a day shootout? A couple of drops would be good for 500 rounds. But I digress. Both phenomenal firearms. I'm not going to slam the slide on this. Shooting, I like the way this shoots better. Better trigger too.